All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the video stream, which I used to call this thing the stream, and I used to write it, and I think I still will sometimes. Sometimes I like to write it because it sounds better. Sometimes I just mumble all over the place on the video, which is really bad for a radio host to do. But I also think it's kind of ironic that I had been writing something called the stream, and if you're new to this, it's the stream of unconsciousness. You see what I did there? But now that I do it on video, it's actually a video stream. How about that? Internet video, don't they call those streams? I guess if it's live, they call it a stream. This is not live when you're watching it, but you know what I mean. Anyway, the stream, if you're new to this, it's stuff inside and outside of sports that are just on my mind. It's stuff that I write down before the show, usually that day, or write down what I do is I just scribble, okay? This is just, I've got pages and pages of notes, and I just scribble stuff. And, you know, most of it just never gets to the, you know, to see the light of day. And so some of it is the important stuff with sports. Other stuff, there's a lot of stuff that I usually end up wanting to talk about on radio that maybe doesn't have to do a whole lot with sports, so I leave it for this video, whether you like it or not. So here we go. First off, let's start with something sports. I talked about this in my last video, LeBron mania. You know, I know people hate LeBron, and I'm not going to go through another LeBron diatribe. People know that I like LeBron James. I think he's gotten way much more criticism than he deserves, and like I've said before, and like Jeff Van Gundy actually said on the broadcast the other night in the Eastern Conference Finals, you know, there has to be some sort of statute of limitations with his stupidity. He was definitely stupid to do the decision, even though that ended up in a 7-figure sum for the Boys and Girls Club, and he was definitely dumb doing the welcoming festival that was in front of an entire arena full of fans, where he did the not 5, not 6, not 7. That was dumb. But what I want to focus on today is the media make me mad, and it has to do with LeBron in a different sort of way. When the Heat won Game 7 the other night, KG and Rondo, Kevin Garnett and Rajon Rondo, left the court without shaking hands. I used to not have a huge problem with that. Some call it lack of class. I used to always think it was, well, you know, these guys are competitors. They're mad. Yes, they probably should stay out there, but I didn't really harp on it all that much. Until 2 years ago, everyone killed LeBron James because 2 years ago when he lost against the Orlando Magic, he promptly left the court without shaking anyone's hand. He was really mad. That was it. And everybody got on him. Yet today, I'm hoping everybody's coming back from the weekend. They're going to kill KG and Rondo for not doing the same thing, or for doing the same thing, not shaking hands. And sure enough, the best anybody will do, they'll say, how come no one is mentioning KG and Rondo leaving the court today? That's all they'll say. They won't dog on them, but they'll question it, and then they'll leave it alone. That's how they mention it today. And like I said, I've never had a problem with it, but the media set the standard about not shaking hands after games when they bombed on LeBron 2 years ago. And I don't appreciate it. Double standard, I don't like it. But anyway, I'll leave that. Moving on, let me think. One of the non-sports things that I wanted, the movie Ted. Has anybody seen the previews for this? It's got a talking stuffed animal along with Mila Kunis. Is it sad that I actually want to see that movie? I'm a grown man, and I want to see that movie. Partly because Mila Kunis is in it. The other part is it's the creator of Family Guy made the movie, and Seth MacFarlane, and I'm kind of a big fan of his. But anyway, is that sad? If it is, I hope people can deal with that. Another thing, this stream ends up being things that just kind of grind my gears for the most part. But here's another. The no-hitter that the Mariners had over the weekend, done by 6 different pitchers, that should not count as a no-hitter. Part of the majesty of a no-hitter is because one guy did it from start to finish. I mean, yes, it's more rare, because multiple guys did it. But when a guy leaves for an injury like Kevin Millwood did in the middle of the game, come on, stop it. 6 pitchers, I mean, I don't know. And with the rate that no hitters are coming these days anymore, we don't need to be celebrating one that included 6 pitchers. It's ridiculous. I did see that the iPhone came out, or not the iPhone, but a new iPhone operating system. They call that the iOS. If you're an iPhone snob like me, admittedly, there's some really cool stuff, including turn-by-turn navigation. I don't know if you've seen it, so Google it. It's great stuff. What else do they got on there? Siri for everyone, not just for the iPhone 4S people, which you guys are just richer than I am, I guess. But anyway, I'm very, very pumped. There's a lot more things, but I'm not going to get to them right now. One more thing. As Lady Easy comes in the building, she's going to have to wave to the crowd now. Look what you've done. There she goes. Beltran batting second, by the way, with the Cardinals. I know the offense is a problem, and I love Beltran batting second, but when your options for hitting third are just Yadier Molina, then Beltran needs to hit third. I think that's where I draw the line. I know the Cards have a great record, and Beltran has loved the number 2 spot his whole life batting there, but when you're as depleted as the Cards lineup has been for the last couple of weeks, it seems, Carlos Beltran can bat third. When you have a guy who leads the league in home runs, that guy needs to bat third and not second. You need to have a couple more opportunities at some RBIs and not solo shots if you're Carlos Beltran. All right, my diarrhea of the mouth is ended. Thanks for watching this. And if you got all the way to the end, God bless you. That was a good 8 minutes. But we'll talk to you again. And if you don't see me online, I'll see you at 101 ESPN from 9 to 11. Later.